Chapter 12 From Policy to Legacy, Safeguarding the Learning Nation for Future Generations. One of the fragile nature of great ideas. Every golden era of progress, Athens' democracy, Baghdad's House of Wisdom, the Library of Alexandria, has one tragic pattern: they burned bright and then, somehow, burned out. Ideas alone don't last. They need structures that outlive elections and moods. If Learn Canada is to be the public institution of the 21st century, it must be built like our most enduring ones, legally, financially, and culturally self-sustaining. The question is no longer can we build it, but how do we make it last? 2. Constitutionalizing curiosity. In 1982, Canada enshrined multiculturalism and language rights in the Charter. A new amendment could recognize lifelong access to education as a constitutional right. This would anchor learning alongside healthcare and equality, beyond partisan reach. Legal scholars call this rights hardening. It ensures that future governments can adjust budgets but not abolish the principle. Learning becomes as fundamental as breathing clean air or voting. 3. The public trust model. Enduring institutions rest on financial independence. The creation of a National Learning Trust, NLT, an endowment fund seeded with $20 billion from federal and private contributions, would generate perpetual interest to sustain platform operations. Funding sources. Redirected corporate taxes on automation and AI. Voluntary donations, tax deductible. Knowledge offset contributions from major industries. Matching provincial contributions. The NLT would be managed transparently, audited annually, and legally insulated from political interference. Its dividends fund free learning forever. 4. Intergenerational governance. To keep governance visionary, not bureaucratic, the Learn Canada board cycles every 10 years with generational representation. Seat type. Representation. Youth delegates, 18 to 30. 30% of seats. Educators and researchers.
30%.
Indigenous and cultural leaders.
20%.
Public and private partners.
20%.
5. Embedding the platform in education ecosystems. Every public school and university becomes a node in the national learning network. Federal policy mandates digital integration, ensuring continuity from childhood to retirement. Universities receive funding bonuses for contributing open courses, colleges for vocational modules. This embeds Learn Canada in existing ecosystems, too valuable to dismantle, too interconnected to ignore. 6. The civic rituals of learning. Legacy requires ritual. The platform can host annual civic events that normalize learning as identity. National Learning Day, October 1st. Citizens share what they've learned that year. The Curiosity Cup, interprovincial challenge measuring learning participation rates. Open Lecture Week, public universities broadcast free masterclasses nationwide. The Luminary Awards, honoring educators, community mentors, and citizen innovators. When people celebrate learning as publicly as sport, its permanence is assured. 7. The long memory of data. Every completed course, every mentorship, every contribution adds to an anonymized national learning ledger. Future historians and economists can track how curiosity built prosperity, empirical proof that fairness works. The data archive becomes Canada's intellectual time capsule, mapping growth of both minds and society. 8. Continuous adaptation. No platform can survive without evolution. Learn Canada's charter mandates a 5-year renewal cycle. Audit existing content for relevance. Integrate emerging technologies, AR, VR, AI tutors. Retire obsolete modules. Commission future foresight panels to anticipate the next century's skill needs. This keeps the system permanently current, learning that learns about itself. 9. Guarding against commercial capture. History warns that privatization creeps quietly. To prevent capture, Learn Canada's governance includes a public first clause. No paywalls or premium tiers. No advertising or data monetization. All algorithmic code open source. Any corporate partnership must provide equal or greater public value than profit. Education remains the last uncommodified frontier of democracy. 10. Global stewardship. As foreign learners join, Canada becomes a trustee of global curiosity. To prevent neo-colonial dynamics, Learn Canada forms a global learning council with rotating international partners, especially from developing nations. The rule: those who teach must also listen. Canada's leadership is collaborative, not paternal. Knowledge diplomacy replaces foreign aid, the export is empowerment. 11. Cultural continuity. Legacy thrives when values embed in culture. Learn Canada can commission films, novels, music, and art that dramatize the journey of lifelong learning, the emotional stories that data cannot tell. Artists become archivists of the national mind. Their work ensures that when future generations ask what defined Canada in the 21st century, the answer will be, we chose to think together. 12. Of the lighthouse cities. To anchor the movement physically, each province designates a lighthouse city of learning, a hub integrating libraries, universities, makerspaces, and cultural centers under one roof. They host exhibitions, hackathons, and open classrooms. Citizens can walk in, plug in, and learn instantly. The lighthouses serve as tangible symbols of the digital commons, visible proof of invisible progress. 13. The 100-year horizon. The test of legacy is time. The Blueprint Project's impact through 2125. 2040, full domestic adoption. 2050, global integration. 2075, every Canadian household connected to lifelong learning. 2100, 100 million global learners. 2125, education recognized as humanity's basic right worldwide. Long-term planning ensures that Learn Canada isn't a fad but a foundation, Canada's gift to posterity. 14. The custodian generation. In 2060, the children of Learn Canada's first users will inherit not debt but infrastructure. They will have grown up believing that knowledge is public property. They will be the custodian generation, citizens who maintain systems their ancestors dreamed into being. Their task won't be to build the learning nation, but to guard it as sacred civic heritage. 15. A closing argument, from policy to civilization. Legacy isn't built by leaders, it's built by learners. A country that teaches itself to think can never be conquered, corrupted, or forgotten. When future archaeologists uncover the digital ruins of the 21st century, they might find servers labeled Learn Canada and marvel, this was the civilization that decided fairness meant understanding. If Canada enshrines open education today, it will have done something few nations ever manage. To turn justice into habit, knowledge into inheritance, and curiosity into law. That is how policy becomes civilization. End of Chapter 12. From Policy to Legacy, Safeguarding the Learning Nation for Future Generations. Chapter 13. Epilogue, The Light We Leave Behind.